Hi, I'm Jenny O'Connell, and I'm a student art therapist at Hope Springs. So I'm a student art therapist for the Canadian International Institute of Art Therapy, and I'm currently working on a master's program in art therapy, so that will allow me to do counseling and psychotherapy plus the addition of art therapy. I've been given the opportunity to complete my practicum here at Hope Springs, and I'm looking very much forward to that. I believe that I've worked in the social sector for over 26 years, and I've decided that I wanted to take a new path into art therapy, so I decided to go back to school, and that's where I'm at today. I think the biggest thing that people come into art therapy with is this worry that they don't know how to do art. They don't have any skill, any creative talent. And I just try to encourage everybody that it's for anybody and everybody, and you don't need any skills to do this type of therapy. Currently, I work Tuesdays from 11 to 7 at 54 Benton Street in Kitchener. In the new year, I plan to open my schedule a little bit more so I can accommodate more hours for people. To be honest, I don't really have a personal connection. I've been very fortunate and not have to deal with anybody in my family, so to speak, who has had it. I enjoy working with people who are ill, and I think that this is a great opportunity for people to be able to come together with a therapist and work through some of their emotions that they might be experiencing because of cancer. I have had the opportunity to work with about 7 clients so far, so to speak, here at Hope Springs. I've had experiences working in other programs with psychotherapy, so I'm familiar with that piece. But as for the art therapy here, I've had about 7 clients, and we've had the opportunity to work for several sessions, kind of diving into some of their goals and what it is they're hoping to accomplish here. And we've been, for the most part, doing fairly well in terms of that. I think it's been a real benefit for them. They've been able to experience emotions and feelings that they may not necessarily feel if they were just to talk through their issues, as art allows you to open up the emotional floodgates, so to speak, and connect with that and work through those emotions. I was fortunate. As I said, I've been in the social sectors field for about 26 years. And I'm very familiar with most of the community supports out there. I happened to come across an ad looking for an art therapist, and it was just at the same time as my practicum needed to start. So I thought that would be a great opportunity for connection. I love to help people, particularly those dealing with illness. I have the resources available to help someone process their issues using art therapy, and it's a wonderful platform to help people reduce their stress and improve their social, emotional, and mental health by promoting insight, self-compassion, and a sense of agency and self-worth. So it really opens up the door for a lot of areas to focus on, and most clients feel that it's very beneficial for themselves. So the first thing that I do is I go through the intake, obviously, in terms of asking questions that are pertinent. And then we talk about, we kind of do a little connection verbally. I will get the person to do a small little art activity. Basically, it's just to warm them up and to get them into that creative flow. And then, based on their goals and what we've worked through in the first session, we're going to do some art directives that are geared towards exploring that goal a little bit more. Maybe it's grief, and we have to do some work around that piece. So we'll do a directive that's about 20 minutes to 25 minutes long, and then we analyze that and go through that. And then at the end, after we've answered questions and talked through about the art, I'll do a little closing session just to bring somebody back so that they're regulated and able to continue on with their day. In terms of outcomes, as I said, I think most people are very welcoming of the idea. They've been able to experience emotions that perhaps were kind of buried, and they knew that they needed to deal with them, but were having a hard time accessing them. So art therapy allows you to access those emotions and work through with a trusted support therapist. who's able to support you during that. I think I just need to reiterate that you do not need to have any art talent or skill, and it's open to anybody and everybody.